Yo, what is good, everybody? Today is Wednesday, February 11th. Yeah, I'm gonna go over my trade recap for today. We took a loss. Our five trade win streak is already coming to an end. After last videos, I said I'm gonna start keeping track of it. That's funny. That's why I really don't like talking about streaks, because I feel like always when I get on a rhythm, and I speak on it, it goes to shit. But it is what it is. Again, I love this loss. I take this loss again. At the start of the day, you going that's enough. Yeah, but let me show y'all P&L for the day. P&L card on the live account, we're down 472. On Alpha Futures, it was around 900 per account. So down 3,285 on the day. First loss of the week. It is what it is. Again, I really like the loss. Let me pull up what this loss was. There's a 5-minute gap tap, a 5-minute IFEG, break even and eternal low, TPS swing low. Great loss, follow my rules, and I will take this 10 out of 10 times. And let me, before market open, my pre-market analysis, I think I want to start doing this just to give myself an idea of what I'm trying to look for coming into the day. Yeah, I was not gonna lie, looking super similar to yesterday. We just inversed the 1 hour bear gap. Those are currently and there are currently 15-minute bull gaps to play off of. I'm expecting market to manipulate into those and continue higher, then continue to higher draws. London high, New York AM high. Yeah, so coming into the open, I was super bullish, like 8:30. I was super bullish. I ended up taking shorts, but I was super bullish because, as you can see, coming into market open, we have this 1 15-minute gap, and we had another 15-minute gap. And later on in the session, we had a 1 hour gap created. But what I wanted to see initially was just this. So on the 1 minute time frame, there was a trade opportunity, a 1 minute IFEG to the upside, but I did not, and a super bullish reaction actually, but I did not take this because it just looks so sketch. Like, this doesn't look, but and it's at the start of the day, I identified price action to be bad because the last 2 days, the open has not been the greatest, and later throughout the session you can see that how I don't y'all will see. I mean, there was a point in time where market price action did start running, but throughout this whole day, not very much fair value gaps were created and things of that nature, right? There's just a whole bunch of chop throughout the day, and as you can see here, this is chop. Then all of a sudden we break down to the downside, and I'm still looking for longs because we still do have unfilled gaps in the area. We're in this 5-minute gap, and we're in this 15-minute gap. So my long idea is still intact, essentially. Not many, yeah, market didn't really pull back. This was really the only real move. I thought we could get a possible long from here because this was a low, intermediate low in this 1 hour gap. So I was like, maybe this low could give us something, but it gave us a little bit of a pullback, nothing too crazy, nothing really, if we're being quite honest. Didn't give us nothing. And we just keep melting down to the bottom. Then the trade I take, hold up. There was a trade I was going to take, but because I didn't love it, I didn't take it. This was a trade. There's this 5-minute fair value gap, and I was like, I don't like the size of this, so I connected it to this fair value gap, right? I connected it to this fair value gap, right? And initially I was going to target at least break even at this 5-minute gap, but I didn't ended up taking it because I just didn't love it. And me knowing me seeing price action wasn't the best up until this point, I really didn't want to take a forced trade. And to me, since this isn't clearly obvious, I mean, on the lower time frames, there are cleaner IFG setups, but because the 5 is the highest time frame inversion that we ought to be looking for, that's what I'm trying to specifically focus on. And I did not end up taking this to at least the 5-minute gap fill, right? It would have been a break-even trade anyways, because if you can see here, to be able to get a 1-to-1, right, break even at these highs, would have already got break even. But or I was thinking, should I have? Nah, it would have been a break even trade. But yeah, market starts ripping. We rip to this 15-minute bear gap. We hit consequent encroachment, right? We hit this other 5-minute gap. We created this 5-minute intermediate lows in this 5-minute gap after dropping I think it was like 400 points. Let's see. After dropping 408 points from open, right? So now it's like I'm okay to take shorts if we meet our criteria, right? So boom, this is what I'm looking at. We hit this gap, 5-minute gap tap. We're in a 15-minute bearish gap. We just disrespected and look like we're going to inverse this this bullish 1 hour bull gap, right? So it's like I feel confident and short now after this open, right? Was there? No, I don't think there's SMT at the top. Like, I do understand we did sweep and go, but it's just looking heavy, right? We dropped 400 points. So I'm just trying to take continuation shorts to see what market wants to do, right? So boom, we are given a 5-minute formation, and these work really well, right? A 5-minute gap tap, a 5-minute IFEG, stops at the body close. And as you can see here, it doesn't inverse on this one. I don't take this because it didn't inverse, right? I want to be able to tell a real clear inverse. And boom, on the next candle, we are in. You can't tell me this does not look like an A+ setup, right? So I'm not too mad. This trade didn't go my way because at the end of the day, it was super clean. Like, again, like I said on my Discord, I would take this 10 out of 10 times. Like, this A+ for me. Because what can you really? Yeah, we in a bullish gap, but I really don't think it holds any importance at the moment just because of how structure is looking, right? And this is looking heavy. Like, these aren't like, this is not a tiny inverse. Maybe this one, right? If I would have gotten on this one, then market would have ripped to my SL. It's like, okay, fairs. But this is a pretty strong inverse. We have great draws. We have currently nothing stopping us, right? Some could say, oh, the lower time frames didn't inverse, but to hell with the lower time frames. That's not what we look at over here. We took the highest time frame inversion, targeting low, like lower, even ES, same structure, like lower looks like the move. Like, would it not be the move? We broke structure to the downside. Again, like, price action wasn't the best, so I don't know, like, from a tactical standpoint and schematic standpoint, what I'm looking for, this is an A+ setup, right? And boom, as you can see here, I thought we was gonna fight back. We almost fought back, but then we get tapped out for a loss right there. Then we started dumping. And one thing I will say, I'm glad I did not take another trade. Like, I really want to be super serious with my 1 trade a day thing, because that stuff really does affect your RR in the long run and things of that nature. Just take one loss, 1 win, get off. I'm going to stick to that, because yeah, I'm not even going, I don't even feel like yapping today. Unfortunate, it is what it is. But normally I would have stayed on the charts. We had a resweep of these highs. Was it a 2-minute? And we had a good clear 2-minute setup right here. 2-minute IFEG. Probably would have taken something like this, right? Still meets the criteria. Body close. We had a resweep of the highs. And we go for same thing. Break even right here. Low TP at the lows, right? At the swing low. And this would have been back-to-back losses if I would have taken it. So I'm just glad I did not. I'm glad I stuck to my rules on this. Unfortunate loss, 5 trade win streak in the trash. It really did. Yeah, I don't really care. losing is part of a winning statistic. Like, it just is what it is. You're not gonna be right 100% of the times. I mean, obviously, I want to be right most of the time. Like, my real goal is to be right 75% of the time. So I'm saying if I take 4 trades, I will win 3 of them. That's my mindset, right? That gives you a 75% win rate. And that's really my goal. That I feel like that's my standard for myself. And I know I could get to that point, right? And if we look on the Zella, still up 349 on the week, down 472. And this is where I really want to work. Like, the main thing I want to work on is like my losers and my winners. I really, for sure, my losers will not be more than 500, right? Because that's what I'm risking per trade essentially. I mean, it's not going to be exact every time. It might be a little bit more. It might be a little bit less. But that's really the goal, is to remain consistent on my risk on every single trade. And doing so, I also need to make sure my winners are consistent as well. Because as you can see, at least for all these trades I've taken on my winners, on my losers, today was my biggest day in terms of just size. Like, let me take that back. Today's my biggest day, as in none of my winners are 472, right? I don't really like that. Yes, I'm winning more than I'm losing, but I really don't like that my loser is bigger than my winners, right? So that's something I gotta work on. I'm still these are still 1-to-1, and like not every time the risk will be exact, since I am trading micros, and it's like I'd rather go under the threshold than over leverage by a little bit. If you're understanding what I'm saying. But yeah, that's really all it is. Just first loss of this week, second loss of the month. Hopefully, and also part of me wants to, because the same thing with yesterday, but I was able to catch a win yesterday at the start of Open, the way Open started. And I think I'm gonna start writing it in my Discord and keeping a track of it, because if I identify price action as bad, and I think a time might have been this day, I don't know, if I identify price action as bad, it's like I should just get off the charts, because there's no need to force. But then on the other half, glass half full, how I see it is price action can always start jumping out of nowhere, right? It could be down the first 30 minutes, it could be down the first hour, right? Then all of a sudden, starting from like 9:30, it starts jumping. So it's like I really don't know. Yeah, not to worry. It's just a losing trade. Tomorrow will be better. Pray if we get a setup, we execute, and pray we get a setup that PA is good enough to carry us to our requirement. Like, because again, like this, I really think this was a really good play in my opinion. It's what I look for. It's standard. I've seen this play out a hella times. Let me even see if I can find a 5-minute gap tap. 5-minute gap tap to a 5-minute IFEG. 5-minute gap tap, 5-minute IFEG, 15-minute gap tap. Yeah, bro. Look at this shit, bro. I'm not bugging, bro. Like, I remember just taking this last week. 5-minute gap tap, 5-minute IFEG, internal targeting Asia low, break even at internal low, like February 4th. Like, I would take this trade 10 out of 10 times. This just played out the other week. You feel me? Like, it is what it is. Unfortunate, like I said, because I really do think it was clean, and especially dropping and taking 400 points off of Open, or like later into the session, not later, but still early, but later, but into the session, we dropped 400 points. It's like I don't see that what happened today playing out many other times. Like, I think I would say 7 out of 10 times it's going to play out. Same thing. Like, I didn't hop on this inverse. I didn't love this inverse. I got enough. Nah, I think I lied. I think I got it. Nah, I got enough of this inverse. But it's the same thing. 5-minute gap tap, 5-minute IFG, targeting the lower draws that were had. And again, like, same execute, same thing. It is what it is. For these accounts, still up. Down 937 on these. We have 3,000 drawdown left. Again, not worried. Tomorrow would be a better day for sure. Hopefully price action is better. If not, like if price action is good, just don't, or isn't good, just don't present me a trade setup. That's my only gripe I have with market, bro. Like, don't present me this A plus setup if you're not gonna follow through. Like, just chop. Like, what I'm saying is just chop around the whole day and let it be known price action is bad. Don't give me an A plus ass setup and bait me to take it, and you're just gonna run the other way and not even do nothing the rest of the, like, where we currently at, like, and not do nothing the rest of the way. I really don't like that. Anyways, it is what it is. Thank you, God. Why not y'all? Y'all be blessed. I'm gonna go hit the gym. I'm gonna go eat. Yeah, y'all have a great day.